Got to stop with the whispers.
No, it's just become our thing now, hasn't it?
I don't know. We'll find out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Vinyl Club.
Oh, you just cut my whispered intro, did you?
It'll still be in there.
Oh, I was going to say, damn, that was...
Damn, Daniel, back at it again with the Whispered fans.
Welcome to Whispered Vinyl Club. Actually, whisper for me now.
I don't know if it works that way.
Do it for me, Daddy.
I just don't think it works that way.
No, it doesn't. Try this one.
Okay, that sounds like I'm a whistleblower in a secret government campaign.
Fucking hell, Don West is in the house, everyone. Vinyl Club, it's the place to be. I've been very busy buying records that I can't really afford, but
Great. We'd love to hear it.
I was just getting a bit trigger happy at home.
With Toey.
Getting a bit towier than a Roman sandal I was. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to take myself on a solo day to the best record shop in Brisbane. Went to Rocking Horse.
Oh.
And
The RH. Actually, can I interrupt you for 2 seconds? Did you see today, at time of recording, Rocking Horse put out a video or a series of videos
The
on
little
Instagram.
thief?
The little sticky-fingered thief who was...
stole a $10 CD.
Yeah, what a dog.
What a fuckwit. Funny though from them. I rate that.
Great.
It's pretty hard to steal from there.
Yeah.
They've got beepers. You have to go upstairs.
Yeah. Also, the beepers go off you just sort of standing near them.
Yeah, literally. They went off about 4 times and I was just carrying records within the area. But I picked up a few. I've bought 5 in the last 48 hours. My pocket is certainly feeling
I
it.
was going to say, you must be fucking floating the amount of cash that's left your pocket.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap. But I picked up a couple of bargains. We'll talk about that at the end of the show.
In Vinyl Thoughts.
Vinyl thoughts. I'll go through my haul and you guys can judge it accordingly.
I don't want to see your haul, Sam.
You've already
It's
seen
long
it.
and narrow.
Yeah, it is. It actually is quite long and narrow. Then it opens up at the end. Yeah. Sort of got a balcony and what were you?
To quiet the atrium.
Yeah, a U-shaped kitchen as well, which is crazy. I can fit it all in there.
Oh, tell me about it. Sam, the homework that you gave me this week is, I would say, a favourite of both of ours. Both of ours.
It's a favourite of both of those.
Both of ours. It's Hungry Ghost by Violent Soho. Their
Bangers.
2013 record.
Soundtrack of my teenage years.
Soundtrack of probably grade 9, grade 10 for you?
Grade 2013, grade 11.
Grade 11.
But it was more grade 12 into early uni.
Yeah. I think, look, let's not beat around the bush. This is a record that we both know very well, and I'm going to assume most of our listeners know quite well as well.
Let's just talk about the hits, the misses.
Well, actually, let's talk about the hits first, because I want to talk about the ones that aren't hits that I think should be. Because this album, I think, it's got a deep bench.
We talk and we have different opinions on this too.
We do. I think let's talk the ones that everyone's going to know first. The most obvious being Covered in Chrome. Probably the song that, if you know any Violent Soho song, you probably know Covered in Chrome.
Yeah.
Hell fuck yeah! Which just
Pussy is a pizza skin wrapped in a pocket.
yeah, that lyric's always thrown me out a bit.
But it's so I realised far too late. He says piece of skin.
What do you think
He
it was?
said pizza skin,
Oh, that's grim.
which makes no sense. I was always like, dude, that's a weird lyric.
That is grim.
But it's piece of skin.
Yes.
Not pizza skin.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I felt so dumb for so long. That's like 10 years plus that I thought it was pizza skin. Pussy is a pizza skin wrapped in a pocket. I was like, that makes no sense.
That's
Didn't look up the lyrics.
don't like that at all. But I think, like, obviously, if the lyrics were cleaner, I think that would be like the run-on song for like so many footy teams.
100%.
Like, it's just,
Then they just use Enter Sandman instead.
but it's just, it's heavy hitting, it's melodic, it's catchy. It's like, I think it's going down in like in the great Aussie songbook of like all, the kind of songs that you'll hear forever. Like, it'll be like an Eagle Rock or like a Will I Ever See Your Face Again? Like, it'll just be one of those songs.
No way, get fucked, fuck off.
Which is not far off fucking hell, fuck yeah, and a pussy's a pizza skin wrapped in a pocket. Then you've got kind of what I would call the B team, who are still very good. You've got Dope Calypso Sam. You've got Saramona Said.
Yeah.
Both just absolute rockets on the album.
I agree. Sorry, you go.
No, please.
I was going to say, let's dive into everyone knows those ones. Dope Calypso, one of the best fucking guitar intros in the last 20 years.
Just opens strong. And I think both of those songs, what they do so well is they bring that kind of, and I think this is what this album does really well, to be honest, is it's heavy, but it's so pop coded.
Yeah.
It's melodies, it's harmonies, it's counter melodies that go over the top of stuff. But at the same time, it's chunky, thick guitars and everything.
Yeah.
So and those two songs, I think, emphasize that really well. Let's go down to the next tier down, Sam.
Yeah, because you and I have very differing thoughts on. Should we go one for one? Like, what deserves more love?
Yeah, sure thing.
After you, sir, your homework.
I think for me, the next one that deserves a lot of love is Fur Eyes. I think it's sweet and tender, but still heavy and like rocky. I think it's like probably the closest to like a love song on this record.
Yeah.
And it's just a nice song.
Yeah. Yep. Lowbrow. Lowbrow goes so hard.
Yeah.
And it's rough, it's jagged. His vocals are probably, some would say, like the worst on the album in that song.
Yeah.
But there's an edge to it.
Yeah.
And it's punky, it's in your face. Like, I love the chorus when he just belts, and it's ugly, but like it's super punky.
Yeah. And they do the harmony, even when Luke's doing the really gruff, punky, grungy vocals, the ooze, the harmonies in the background are nice. Like, they're really well constructed.
Yeah.
I think songs like In the Aisle and OK Cathedral
do
not get enough run.
OK Cathedral is so underrated.
Yeah.
It is so pretty. And Hungry Ghost at the end.
Yeah.
Banger.
Even like the only songs that we haven't talked about here are going to be Gold Coast Liars and Eightfold, all of which, if you are into that sort of grungy, dissonant, thick sound, they do exactly what they say on the tin. Like they perform for the team, you know?
Yeah, and they're just more like your party sort of rockier anthems. But
yeah,
look, they're probably the tier below for me, those ones. But I love all the call outs, especially if you live in Brisbane, like the 4122 crew.
Yeah.
If you're a Brisbaneite,
Drive on Cleveland Road.
yeah, they mention so many different like parts of Brisbane that and I think that's why so many people in Queensland have such a strong connection with Violent Soho, because they're so Brisbanean in the way they word things and the way they write their lyrics that you're like, I know the Mansfield Tavern.
Yeah.
I'm like, Old Cleveland Road, I live off that street. I actually do.
You do actually.
I do live off Old Cleveland Road. And I'm like, they're singing about it.
I feel like it's a bit like Brisbane itself, isn't it? Like, it's a bit ratty, it's a bit heavy, it's a bit like, it doesn't sound the best. It's not as pretty as Sydney. It's not as, cultured as Melbourne. But what it does is it has the energy, and it still is well structured.
Yeah, I agree. And it's interesting, you talk to people from other states about the music scene in Brisbane.
Yeah.
They all say the same thing. They're like, Melbourne, cultured but full of tossers. Sydney, everyone takes themselves a little bit seriously. It's a bit more laid back at shows than it is in Melbourne, but still a little bit hoity-toity. Whereas Brisbane is like ratty, it's fun, we're here to party, we're all here for the same reasons, and it's just fun. No one takes themselves seriously. It's all about energy. Everyone's friends in the room because we're all here for the same reason.
Yeah.
Send it, go home and get an early night.
Be up at 6.
I've got a 9:30, man.
I think if I had to give any, not negatives, if I had to give any feedback, any notes on the album, I think the only thing that I think could do work with is pacing. There's only a couple of songs that I would call slower, like Fur Eyes, OK Cathedral.
Yeah. And they're all at the back end.
They are at the back end. They're all really heavily backloaded, which, don't be wrong, means that up the front you're getting bang after bang. You're getting Dope Calypso, you're getting Lowbrow, you're getting Covered in Chrome, you're getting Sarah Mona Said, top 4 songs. But I mean, I think if you'd have moved in one of the slower songs earlier up and just spread that out, I think that would have helped the pacing a little bit, because it is pretty
It's quick from the start. You'd probably put in like a Sarah Mona Said in front of Covered in Chrome. So you go like Dope Calypso, Lowbrow.
Yeah.
Sarah Mona Said, then Covered in Chrome.
Covered in Chrome, I think, finishing side A on Covered in Chrome. So when you get the flip, you're coming off the back of what is the peak of, like, energetically the peak of the album.
And then maybe you launch into like an OK Cathedral. And
Yeah. And then I think what can we learn from this record? I think that they do, as I was talking about before, melody really well, counter melody really well, harmonies really well, which are things that I think a lot of bands that I would say are contemporaries, not necessarily in a geographical sense, but in sort of a scene sense, like especially the Will Yip bands that we talk about often on this show. I think a lot of those bands seem afraid to go too far with melody or go too far with harmony because I think maybe they feel like it's going to diminish how heavy that their sound is going to be. And I think this record shows that if you do it well, if you commit to doing like putting that a bit of sheen on it, a bit of polish on it, you can still sound really heavy, still fucking kick ass.
Yeah.
Without losing anything by having more melodic sort of structure to it.
I agree.
And I think that's why this album works so well.
It's a banger.
It's got a bit for everyone.
And it's got such iconic artwork too.
It does have iconic artwork.
Can we talk about how iconic their merch is?
Yeah.
Everyone had like the
owned
skull
it.
and crossbones smoking a doobie.
I think it's in that cupboard right there.
I had it. I had two, lost
Yeah.
them both.
Yeah.
I was also in a Violent Soho music video.
Which one?
It was off Waco. I think it was No Shade.
Okay.
Mount Gravatt Showgrounds. I was on top of my car.
Sick.
There was like a dude doing doughies in a bike. It was cool. And the band was in the middle. I was there for like 3 hours. A bit boring, but like you can't see me in the video either.
Oh,
But I was there.
he's there in spirit. That's all you need.
Yeah, then I played touch footy not too far later and then did my ACL. Could have been anything.
Wow, what a night. What a fuck. He's also trying to frog skull that water over there. You know, I've just realised I didn't get a record to give you this week.
Nice. Well, there's two here.
Yeah, we've done both of those ones.
Yeah,
Let me have a little think of what I've got that I can assign
Pull
you.
up the Discord.
Let me just
Not
pull
the Discord.
The Discogs.
The
if you will,
Discogs.
Sam.
Well, in the meantime, I can tell you my haul.
Yeah, what are your vinyl thoughts while I do this?
So I picked up Piss in the Wind by Joji. I now own every Joji album on vinyl, and
Wow.
I am not mad about it. Very good album that grows on you. Picked up a bargain, Endless Heights album. I forget the name of it now, but picked that up for $40. If you know Speed, that was Jem's first band, bit more emo punky. And then I also picked up Even in Arcadia by Sleep Token. That cost me a fucking bomb.
I was going to say, damn.
$99 for a record is pushing it, but I've been getting really into it. A friend of the show, Dan Devitt, has been hot on that album for a long time, and I finally caved.
Right.
But I also ordered Sarah's new album, and I got Felavan's album on record as well.
Very
That's-
nice.
That's on the way.
Jeez, you have had a little haul, haven't you?
Cost me. Do you want to know the price?
I don't know if I do.
Don't ask. It was $350. Fuck my ass.
Christ.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about where I pulled the money from, but it stunk a little bit.
I did see you down the street corner the other day, actually.
We'll suck for money.
Sam, the record that I'd like to give you this week, you gave me. It is going to be Fat of the Land by The Prodigy that we're going to cover. this
Bangers.
week. Yeah.
Firestarter.
I'm a fire starter, Sam.
Peep show.
Yes. And The Prodigy. I think, look, I talked about it on the show a little while ago. Going to see The Prodigy was a band. I made the snap decision on the day. Fuck it, I want to go see The Prodigy. Awesome show. Incredible energy. So,
Yeah.
I'll be keen.
Tops were off.
Tops were fucking off. I'll tell you that much for free. So I will. I'll see how you like the record.
Keen. Vinyl thoughts for you?
I've got some on the way as well. Didn't spend $350. Spent
$400.
Spent thousands. No, I think I spent.
I wish I could.
I think I had a voucher left over from Christmas, so I added a little bit on top of that. So it might have been maybe 200 in total. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't spend 200, but a little bit of top up. And I can't remember any of the records that I bought. So
Nice.
we'll find out together when they get here.
Love it. I wish I could spend my dream. Like if I die and went to heaven, heaven would be
A half pipe, as OPM once said.
no, just like an unlimited American Express like credit card.
Not a paid spot.
Literally not a paid spot. It's just like the most bougie one I could think of.
Yeah.
And just walk into a record store that has every album ever,
Yeah.
and I could just spend a day or forever in there just like peeling through.
Question for you though. If you have access to everything, does that take away like a little bit of the sheen of collecting? You know what I mean? Like if you just walk in and there's a place that has everything. Like if you didn't have to go try to find it or like find it online or
True.
like search for it. Like I think there's a certain
Well, every day there's a new. They have select records in
Yeah.
there, and I
Oh,
can
a
go
little
through
crate
and
dig's
just
great.
crate dig,
Yeah.
and just I can pull as many as I want, and there's no limit. That's
There's
what
such a
dreams are made
dopamine hit
of.
when you've been searching. You're like, I don't know what I'm necessarily looking for, but you find a piece of gold. You're like, this is awesome.
Yeah. And it's so hard with record collecting because you want to have that dopamine hit of pulling this record you've been looking for ages out of the crate. But then sometimes you're like, I actually want this record. Like, I need to buy it.
Yeah.
So you have to like
Go online and fucking order
go online and order it and hope it doesn't get damaged on the way. Also, shout out Universal Music. I dropped in a conversation not too long ago that I really love Drain Me In by Olivia Dean and Sam Fender, and they sent me a little 7-inch signed by Sam Fender.
Stop it.
They did.
That's lovely.
Very lovely. Shout out
Oh.
Universal Music.
Oh, what legends. They know who they are. I think, I agree. I think it needs to be, there's a certain element to getting, like finding it, getting your hands on it. I think that
Yeah, I agree.
makes it worthwhile.
Nothing better than like walking around with multiple vinyls and being like, fuck, life's good. Then you go to the counter and like, that's $400. You know,
Fuck, life's expensive.
honestly. Anyway, cheers, hooroo.